So a couple of days ago, I did a video that talked about this picture that showed this information, but unfortunately we found out it was all a joke. It was not real until today. I have came across some photos from the exact same event that shows that even though those pictures I showed you just before was Photoshop and not real, it did have some real information that Dodge and Ram did not want you to see just yet. I have that information. I have what was hidden behind those blurred lines and whatnot, and I'm gonna show it to you here on this video. So let's go ahead and dive into it and show you what Ram has up their sleeve coming up in just the next month. Let's go. You see the title and you see the thumbnail. So like I said at the top of the video, we learned that those pictures were fake and was just a joke, and just to get, you know, the internet talking, which it did. It got a lot of people talking, got a lot of people hoping and speculating that what they saw on the Photoshop was real, but unfortunately it was not. But like I said at the top of the video as well, even though that was fake, there was still some things that was hidden that Dodge and Ram was not ready for the public to see, because those dates have not came for them to be public information just yet. Do have pictures from the exact same event that shows the same truck from different angles, and in the background we're going to be able to see what was hidden behind that blurred part that Dodge didn't want you to see just yet. And I have quite a few photos that show that while people made attempts to hide it, if you know exactly where to look, the information is right there in front of your face. So I ain't gonna waste your time. I'm gonna show you these pictures right now. All right, guys, so you can see on the screen here, I want to show you that we're not capping about seeing what's on that picture. So if you go to motorillustrated.com, this was one of the automotive websites or team that was invited out to view the TRX, right? And you can see January 1st when this article was published. And if you go down here, you of course see the whole article and whatnot. Of course, they're gonna have pictures. We're gonna scroll down to the pictures. This is the legit article and whatnot. So we get down to the bottom and the pictures are, I think I went past it. Here it is, the whole gallery. So you can see right here, this is clearly a picture from that. And we're gonna click on this gallery here. So this is the picture. Let me go through some of the pictures. Next picture, first thing we see, if you look in the background here, if you go up here, you can see there's something written on the back of the thing. Now I'm only showing you this to prove that this stuff matches up, right? So you can see what's here. You can't see this part right here where my arrow is pointing at because of the fact that there's a seat right there, a headrest right there. So it blocks part of that word, but you can clearly see at the end that says January 1st, 10 a.m. Eastern. You can see Eastern time down here as well. Now, this does match up with this picture. Let me show you the last picture here. If y'all remember this Photoshop, right? So you guys remember this Photoshop. You can see that's like O and the N right there from wagon, because there was TRX and Power Wagon Diesel that was revealed at that time. Right there, wagon, diesel is in this area, January 1st, 10 a.m. Eastern time, right? So that matches up. So that was true. They did it that way to throw you guys off. Like it want to make it seem like everything was real when that actually was real. TRX, Power Wagon Diesel was real. We're there. Let's go to the next picture. Now here's where some of the stuff doesn't get blurred out that well. Now I'm gonna come back to this picture. This shows a lot. I'm gonna come back to that one. And you can see again, you see at the back of the truck, the same thing. So this stuff, there was stuff on there that was hidden to not be seen. So I'm gonna go through that one. I'm gonna skip that one. As you can clearly see here with this truck, there is right here, stuff blurred out once again. And they didn't blur out everything over here, because if they went in here and blurred this stuff out, it would mess up kind of the shot of the truck, right? TRX, Power Wagon Diesel, that was there, that is unaltered. Everything down here is blurred out. You see red here, which indicates, I'm gonna call that an F. That looks like an F, right? I think that's an FE right there. We can't really see that well, but we know right here, that's a 9, and that's, I'm assuming 8 a.m. or something like that. But let me draw your attention to something that is interesting that they didn't blur out. Down here on the bottom, I'm nosy, man. You get down here, you see this right here. You see the fact that it says something reflected off here. What in the world is that, right? What does this say? Just know I got you on this. I'm gonna show you something real quick. Let's take this image, flip it upside down and mirror it back, because that's reflecting off the ground. It's all backwards and stuff like that. So let me show y'all something. Bam. So this is that same picture flipped upside down and mirrored the other way. And you can tell this is the reflection of the ground right here, and this is the actual real tire, so you know what we're looking at. So I'm gonna put it side by side so you can see what we did here. We flipped it upside down, reflection, real tire. But look at this right here. Look at it, what we got. That word race 2, race 4, something like that. So that one of the reveals has to do with race 2 or race 4, something of that, right? And I think that's the second one. That's the thing that's going to be announced Friday on January 9th. So that's going to be announced Friday. I'm gonna get into more what I think it is in a second. I'm gonna show you what's on here. Below that says muscle. It's not clear, but there's a better picture of this. I'm gonna show you here. That kind of says muscle, M-U-S-C-L-E. It's hard to see, but there's a better picture of it and you'll see clear as day. Again, another picture of it, and we don't care about that one. That doesn't show what we gotta show. I'm gonna show you the picture that really shows a lot of the information here. We're gonna go to this picture right here, and we're gonna go right back here to the back. And this is what we wanna see. All right, so if I can zoom in a little bit more, I'm trying to zoom in. So we know that we got race 4, race 2, or something like that. We know that's there, and we know that's January 9th at 8 a.m. Eastern. So that's what we know right there based on what wasn't blurred out. And they couldn't blur this out because the angle they took this picture of this truck, they would have blurred out the interior, and they couldn't do that. They probably shouldn't have took this angle, this picture of this angle, or not used this photo at all. But they put it on the internet. It's public knowledge now, right? But the muscle part, that's what we want to know. We know it says muscle because M-U-S. We know it's a C-L-E. That's a U-C-K. That's muscle truck. We're gonna get a muscle truck unveiled sometime in February, because you recall that date from the original picture. It had, let me go try to find it here. From this picture, like I said, some of the information was false, some was true. You can line it up right here and see right there, January 9th, 8 a.m. Eastern, that was real. That part was real. That date was true. And this part down here that just says ROI, and this is blurred out, that is February TBA, to be announced. So that hasn't been announced yet. So what we're getting here, something that is race 4, 2, or something announced January 9th, and then February to be confirmed, or to be announced, I should say, the muscle truck is going to be announced in February. So how these things will be related and whatnot, I'm gonna get into that just a second, but I just want to show you guys right there what was hidden behind there. It was Photoshop, yes, but there was actually real information that they couldn't share because either the people there already saw it, already know what it is, and they can't speak on it just yet, and it's not available for public knowledge at this point. But this photo here pretty much lays it out and says what it is, because they took this picture and didn't blur it out, and they couldn't blur it out because of what was inside the truck. Now, before I get into exactly what that leak is going to be, one thing is for certain, two things for sure. If you do own a Mopar, it is still one of the most stolen vehicles on the road. Just this week, I've heard about 2 or 3 cars being stolen, all Mopars, of course. And if you do own one yourself currently in the year 2026, make sure you protect yourself with this. It is CarLock. It's the world's best GPS service and alert system. Now with CarLock, you'll get alerts for vibrations, your car being started, your car being moved, and if some power issue happens or you lose power in your car, you'll be alerted for that as well. Make sure you get yourself a CarLock. Use the codes here on the screen to get the 10% discount, as well as a 14-day free trial for the service, so that way you can get started in protecting your car the right way with CarLock, and pick up some of the other accessories to go with it to enhance your CarLock experience. Get yourself a CarLock and get yourself a peace of mind. Now let's go ahead and talk about what this announcement is going to be. So we have race 2 something being unveiled this Friday, and a muscle truck being unveiled in February. So what does this mean? So this is my thought process of what this is and what it could be here. Now, being that all this stuff is going to be related to Ram, this isn't anything to do with Dodge, it's all going to be for Ram. The first announcement is going to come Friday. Because they just unveiled a truck, I don't think this announcement Friday is going to be something huge. I think it could be one of a couple things. It could be maybe a new color, new trim, but the race 4, to me, it makes it seem like that this isn't going to be an announcement of a new truck or anything like that. I think this may be a teaser that's going to come out for the muscle truck that's going to be announced in February, because of the fact that the February date wasn't announced or anything. I think this announcement that's going to happen on Friday, or the teaser video that's going to come out, is going to tease this muscle truck that's going to come out so they can build the hype for the next thing. And in that video is going to give the actual date in February for this muscle truck. And another thing, like I said, they just released the TRX. I don't think they're going to be so quick to announce another truck or another trim right now. Now, another small option it could be race 2, race 4, or something, race together, race today, race tomorrow, or something like that. It could very well be some sort of direct connection thing for the TRXs now. Maybe some direct connection package, something of that nature. Race ready, race, I don't know. It could be something of that nature as well. But a teaser video could be dropping Friday at 8 a.m. The reason I'm thinking this is a teaser video is because of the fact that with this being at 8 a.m., I think that would be early enough for them to drop a teaser video. Now, if this was a much larger announcement, you'll probably wait a little bit later in the day. But since it's at 8 a.m., they probably want to get this on social media as early and as quickly as possible. So when people start waking up and things like that, they see this, and that will be the talk of the day about this video that is going to go and tease the muscle truck. But this muscle truck, right? So why is Dodge waiting until February to drop the muscle truck? Well, I think one major reason is this. As some of you may know, some of you may not know, Dodge is getting back into NASCAR. I think the last time they was in NASCAR was back in maybe 2012, right? And 2026 is going to be the first year Dodge is back in NASCAR. And the first race in the NASCAR season starts in February. So I'm thinking that this muscle truck launch is going to coincide or be announced somewhere around the start of the NASCAR season, because Dodge, ever since they announced they're going to be involved with NASCAR, they have been very heavy with promoting it and talking about what they got going on with that. I mean, they had a commercial for it. I don't recall any of the other manufacturers have commercials for it, but they had commercials for it. They're all in with this whole NASCAR relaunch thing. But what will this muscle truck be? Now, the TRX, we already know, has a Hellcat engine in it. Now, this muscle truck could very well also have a Hellcat engine, but the difference between the TRX and this muscle truck, while the TRX is made for off-roading, this muscle truck, of course, is going to be made for the street. So they could be making a street version Ram with the Hellcat engine. They have not made SRT street truck since the SRT 10 days, the truck that had the Viper engine in it. That's the last time they made a truck that was a street truck, or any truck that was an SRT, before this TRX, right? They could go with that. Now, the reason they may not go with it is because of the fact they already got a truck with a Hellcat engine. So it doesn't make sense to have two trucks with a Hellcat engine, right? Since this truck may be released around, not released, but announced around the start of the NASCAR season, this truck could be this truck could be powered with a 392 engine. So we're taking a truck, powering it with the 392 engine, potentially give you an option for a 6-speed manual in it as well. I think it's going to have an automatic too, but I think it's going to have a 6-speed because NASCAR do have manual transmissions, and those things could be in that truck when they announce it, probably around the start of the NASCAR season. Like I said, they have been really going hard with this whole NASCAR stuff, and that could be very well why they are not announcing a date until that teaser video drops Friday. And I could be wrong about the teaser video, but that's kind of makes sense at this point, right? So that's what we got coming, right? I know the people that were at this release, they already saw this, they already know what's coming. They signed NDAs, they can't speak on it, they can't confirm or deny what we're talking about in here on this video. But I wasn't there, I didn't sign the NDA, so I can show this, man. It's public knowledge, and it's on the website there, motorillustrated.com. If y'all want to go check it out, look for yourselves. But that's what we got coming. We got something coming Friday, and we got the muscle truck being announced sometime in February. I want to hear from you. I want to hear, what do you want this muscle truck to be powered with? Do you want it to be powered with a Hellcat engine, or do you want it to be powered with a 392? Personally, I think a 392 will be great. I wonder if it is going to be a 392, will it be an SRT branded truck, or will it just be a 392 powered truck? I'll be interested to see how they do that, but let me know what you guys think on that. If you made it this far in the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. We talk a lot of car related things on this channel, and we want you around for all of that, so make sure you tap in and subscribe so you can see everything that we got going on. I'm gonna catch you on the next video. I'm out. Cut it.